Party and those particular elected officials to discriminate against naturalized citizens. And then it's all for naught, because under the United States Constitution, if such a law were to pass the legislature, it would be declared unconstitutional like that, because it violates the Constitution in many respects, foremost being the Equal Protection Clause. But nonetheless, those three individuals have filed a bill to declare all these naturalized citizens, second-class citizens, barred from running for most of our public offices in the state of Alabama. And if you keep doing dumb things like that, that could come back to bite you in a major way.
Is that kind of bigotry not also an insult just to voters? Because if I want to vote for a Hispanic or an Asian person, I should have that right to vote, whether they were born here or not?
Well, absolutely. The way to resolve these kinds of belief system disputes is at the ballot box. You don't resolve them by saying we're going to bar our political opposition from running for public office. That's the kind of stuff they do in dictatorships or communist nations, where they suppress or bar opposition from participating in the governance process. I mean, it's horribly wrong. I'm just astonished at Marks, Chastain, and Wes Allen, who's running for lieutenant governor, our current Secretary of State, that they think this is a good idea. It's Jim Crow all over again.
Hey, Congress, I want to go back to this thing with Allen them again. With them trying to pass this kind of bill, and especially if he becomes lieutenant governors, is this not going to hurt us with companies investing and moving jobs here to Alabama? Because why are you going to come to a state that's doing that to our citizens?
Well, that's another bad consequence of a bad law. There are a lot of cascading effects, okay? I mentioned some of them, but the one that you just mentioned, might it have an economic adverse effect? Absolutely. You know, some naturalized citizens have done very well creating their own businesses or managing businesses. And I wouldn't want to move here to the state of Alabama if I were them, if I knew that I was going to be reduced to a second-class status pursuant to Jim Crow-like laws. That kind of racial discrimination, that should be way, way behind us. We should have, we struggled in the 1960s to put it behind us, and we're still struggling to the current date. But this bill to discriminate against 50,000